Just got back in town. I've been off the bike a little over 3 weeks, which is the longest time I've been off the bike for decades, since decades ago. But anyhow, I decided to take the camera along. It's a beautiful day we have here, fair day. It's about 18 Celsius or so, in the 60s Fahrenheit. And I just wanted to take the camera to kind of share with those of you who, when you take time off, you don't know really how to get back into things. It's not a day for gadgets other than if you want to track the time. I've got a couple of hours to ride, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to ride steadily in the largest gear I can handle. So I'm started out in like a 62-inch gear, a 39/16, something like that. Starting basically base winter training, and I probably will do that in that range for a couple of weeks or so. My first 800 to 1,000 miles or so, just spinning, you know, get the legs back into the swing of things, not really trying to push too much. So to share that with you, and I will take some clips as I head out. The bike feels strange, of course. Been a while. Everything's quiet. I've got to deal with these leaves you see over there when I get back. It's fall, so winter's rolling right around the corner. Soon be officially winter. So when you've been off the bike for a while, no power meter, no heart rate monitor, you don't need any of that. Just get on your bike and go sightsee. Spin the legs, keep the cadence up. You're not really training for anything other than just loosening up, just staying loose. And it's probably best done alone, because it's hard to get a disciplined enough group, regardless of where you are, to do what you need to do for you. So the next couple of weeks I'll be doing a lot of solo stuff. All right, you legends. This is almost 54 minutes into the ride, and I'm close to home. I'm using the roads near where I live. They're very quiet. We have a lot of quiet little coves, and what I've been doing is just low gear, keeping my RPMs up. It's been so much fun. The bike finally is feeling like I'm, like I'm actually riding a bike. The first 15-20 minutes felt odd because, the body forgets real quickly. And so you have to kind of ease back into it. But I'm having a blast. It's a fair day. It's about 63, maybe 65 degrees Fahrenheit. And look at where I am. No cars. And I'm within about probably, let's see, 7 miles from my home. So you don't have to go far. You find an area that's quiet. This is where I come to do some specific workouts, because this road is always like this. There's nothing out here. And I love being out here. In the summer, there's a lot of mosquitoes, so we don't stop much when we come on this side. Just a fair day. A little bit of gusty winds, not much. Gusts from time to time. But it's just, the hardest thing was doing this ride, after more than 3 weeks off the bike. And I just kind of felt like meh when it came to, when am I gonna ride? So I just made myself get on the bike, and that's really why I'm making this video. To encourage those of you who had a break in your training, this is the time to get back into it. The New Year's coming around pretty quickly. In a few weeks, we start a new year, so now's the time to get into it. I decided to start this week because the things I was busy with have settled down, and this will give me a full week before I start the Festive 500. I'm going to do that Rafa Festive 500. It's just another thing that encourages you to get out on your bike. As you can see, there's nothing out here. It's just really, really cool. So I'm just having a blast, and that's what it's about. And these kind of rides, you're better off just doing it by yourself, because if you go with the group, everybody's doing different things, and you end up letting them go anyway if you're really disciplined. So what's the point? So this time of year, most of my rides, I just like to do them alone for at least the first 1,600 kilometers till I get back into the swing of things. If I do a group ride, it'll probably just be on Saturday, and I will just sit in for as long as I feel like it. So that's kind of how you have to look at it. It's not rocket science. Just don't get back on the bike and start pushing, because you would just tire yourself out and it won't be as much fun. Legends, I'm wrapping up the ride, and what I want to share with you is, don't worry about how far you go. If you've been off the bike for a while and you get back on it, just focus on how much time you have. I had a couple of hours. I rode about 2.5 hours, just nice spinning. And what you will find is that little efforts raise your heart rate real quickly. Your focus should be in staying within a conversational pace. Zone 1, Zone 2 tops. I wasn't really monitoring much. I have my heart rate monitor on, but I really wasn't paying that much attention to it. I just wanted to see. So basically, very little effort was taking me to like sweet spot, but it's not true sweet spot. It didn't feel like sweet spot. The heart rate jumps, but the effort feels like Zone 1, Zone 2, if that makes sense. So if you've been off the bike, don't think about it too much. Just however much time you have, get on your bike and head out and check out this beautiful fall weather here. Got all the colors here, as much as we have in our area, but it's just a lovely day. I went in the warmest part of the day because it started like almost 4 or 5 Celsius, 38, 39. I had other things I could do in the morning indoors, and I waited till it was warm and headed out. That's really what you have to do unless you have a particular ride you're trying to get to. So don't worry too much about it if you miss some time on the bike. Just focus on easing back into it. Drop your volume to about 1/3, maybe 1/2 of what you normally would do that first week, so you don't do too much getting back into it. So I'm gonna do about 1/3 of what I normally do this week. And the ride was a blast. Legs feel good. It's great to be out instead of being cooped up inside or in a car like I have been last few weeks. So no matter what, let nothing stop you from getting your K's in.